Okay, you guys want to see something really funny? Look at that bad boy. 32%. Oh my god. So here's a funny story, right? So I heard about the score saying, I heard somebody said it was up to 44%. Actually, I think they said it was like the 37 or so. But I heard that news on Twitter, and so I went to check that out for myself. And lo and behold, the score I think was up to 35%, right? So this is about 5 or 6 hours after checking the score, and it's down to 32%. Oh my god. Okay, so I also did another check as well. You know how bad The Last Jedi was. So I went and checked that score, and it's actually 44%. So this film here is the lowest score that I have ever seen. You know, basically how many people who want to see this movie. And guess what? It's not very many people. A lot of people do not want to see this movie, including me. And this is just funny. It really is. It's hilarious seeing the score drop. You know, to see the percentage of people who want to see this movie drop. It's freaking hilarious. And, you know, it just proves to you that Disney will still not learn. They will not learn from their mistakes because they continue down their path, destroying Star Wars, and now they've started to attack Marvel. They've started to attack the superheroes of Marvel. And it's like, you guys think this is better for you? You think that you're going to get anywhere with this? No. Because look right here. This proves to you right here. This score for Captain Marvel proves to you that you do not care about the fans. You don't care about anything. You don't care about any franchise that you own. To be honest, you don't own anything. You shouldn't anyways. Because you should not deserve to own Star Wars or to own Marvel. Especially, you know, this proves to you that Disney does not know what the hell they are doing. And, you know, this woman, Brie Larson, she must be new because I've never heard of her. But I was watching a video off of the Star Wars girl last night. I think it was somewhere in the afternoon. And she said that Brie Larson was going to inflict violence on white men by using martial arts. Okay, since when it's like, okay, lady, so you think you know martial arts? Sure you do. Sure you do. You do not know anything about martial arts whatsoever. Because if you knew anything about martial arts, you would know that martial arts is only to be used for defense only. Not for attack. Not for violence. This is the ironic thing is that she's actually, what's the word I'm looking for? She's bashing her own color, white men. It's like, what is your problem with white men? Really? I would really like to know that. To be honest, I really would like to know. Because it seems what you're doing right now is you are preventing people from seeing your movie by saying the things that you are saying. You are not keeping your mouth shut. It'd be better if you did, because guess what? Your career would not be failing right now. Because this proves right here that nobody wants to see your movie. Hardly anybody. Because we all know that this movie is going to suck hard. Actually, it's probably going to suck even harder than The Last Jedi. I mean, The Last Jedi sucked. It really did. But this movie looks like it's going to suck even harder. This is just proof to you that Disney will never learn. And the path that Brie Larson is heading towards, yeah. It's not looking good for you. I can tell you that right now. Your career is not looking good for you. Because you continue opening your mouth, you continue talking bad about white men. This stuff right here is going to happen. That's why people don't want to see your movie, because you're bashing males. And I've been hearing a lot of reports as well from other people on Twitter that she does not want white men on the premiere or anything like that. It's like, that is really being racist for one. It's being extremely, you're being a hypocrite, and you're also being a huge bigot. I mean, this movie is not just for women, okay? It's for men too. But see, the thing is, Captain Marvel is not a female. Captain Marvel is a male by default. Should not have been made into a female. And I did not find this out until later on, because I've never read any of the comics. The only comics that I read were given to me by the Sunday paper my grandparents got in the mail. I would read the old Spider-Man comics. They were good. But that's the only comics that I read. And they actually weren't very many. I think I only got maybe at least 4 of them, at least. But, from someone who hasn't read any of the comics and has seen the movies, that's pretty damn freaking bad. I don't know how old you are, Brie Larson, but I bet you anything that I'm much smarter than you when it comes to Marvel heroes. And I can tell you from experience that people who have read the comics, who have seen the movies, definitely know more about Marvel Universe than you. So, and so apparently you also think that your character, hold on a minute, I can't really word this very well. You believe that you are Captain Marvel in real life. Really? Okay, well, there's a big problem with that. Let's bring in a movie, for example. Have any of you saw the Disney Pixar film Bolt, right? Okay, so if no one has ever seen the movie Bolt, it's about a dog who believes that he has superpowers. But he quickly realizes that he doesn't have superpowers because his friend Mittens, who was a cat that he met in it was a junkyard of some sort, I guess. She helps him realize that he does not have powers, that he's just a normal dog. Well, guess what, Brie Larson? That's exactly what you are. You are just a normal person. You are a normal woman. You are not special in any friggin' way. You are not Captain Marvel in real life. I mean, take your ass out of Fantasyland and put it in reality. That's where it needs to be. You can't just assume that you're some make-believe Fantasyland hero. It's like, that's just, I mean, really. Just, basically, get your head out of your ass, is what I'm trying to say. Get your head out of your ass and put it back in reality, because that's where you need to be. Not in some fantasy land where you think that everyone should revolve around you, because nobody should. Nobody should revolve around your ass, because it doesn't. The world doesn't revolve around you. And you are not all high and mighty. You don't have powers. You're just a normal human being like the rest of us. And you need to, and basically you need to realize that. But see, you're not smart enough to realize that because you are an SJW. And, you know, SJWs don't have two brain cells to rub together. So you're not going to realize that because you're too stupid to. So yeah, I mean, this right here is what happens when you don't keep your mouth shut. Your career goes to shit because, like I said before, you are bashing white men. You're also being a huge ass bigot toward men. You're also being a freaking hypocrite. So let's talk about the martial arts thing again. Also thing I want to note as well. Apparently in Anna's video, Anna stated that Brie Larson only trained 6 to 9 weeks. Really? 6 to 9 weeks? Are you joking? Okay. So you think that you know judo? Okay, look, you've been taught the Hollywood version of judo, okay? Now, Jackie Chan, for example, I think he's been taught stage, but I can probably tell you if he were to learn any form of martial art, for example, he'd probably learn it within less than a year. Because Jackie Chan is just that damn good. And to be honest, if you say that you know judo, you're basically insulting him. Not to mention, you are insulting Jet Li as well, because also, he's been training for years and years and years. Oh, look at Jackie, he's 60 years old at least, and he's been training for many years. And then we have the great and powerful Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee actually created his own martial art. Unfortunately, he passed away back in the 80s. May he rest in peace. I think that's when he died. I think so. My mom's not really awake to tell me, but I think he died back in the 80s. But from what I heard, from the stories I heard from my mom, he was a remarkable guy. Sorry, can't talk. And from the sound of it, he sounded like a true master. Because if a 35-year-old man could invent his own martial art, that's pretty damn good. So don't sit there and say, well, I know judo. So what? You did only 6 to 9 weeks of training. Baloney. Like I said, you don't know judo. Besides, if you knew judo, if you knew any martial arts for that matter, you would know not to use it for violence or attack. It's like what Yoda said to Luke. What was the quote he said? Only use the Force for knowledge and defense, never for attack. And that's exactly what you need to do with martial arts. Only knowledge and defense, never for attack, never for violence. And you, Brie Larson, are violating basically the rules of martial arts itself. Because if you were being trained by a dojo master and you simply broke the physics, broke the law of martial arts, you'd be kicked out. Simple as that. You'd be stripped of your belt and you would be kicked out of the dojo. No. You do not simply use violence. You don't use martial arts for violence. You do not do that. Because that right there is violating, like I said, it's violating the code of martial arts. Huh?
It's also dishonorable too.
Yeah, it's also dishonorable, yes. Basically, if you were in front of a dojo master, the master would see that as dishonor And like I said before, he would strip you of your belt and you'd be kicked out. So, like I said, if you knew anything about martial arts, you would know not to use it for violence. So, yeah, I just wanted to kind of go over this. But, I mean, this is fun. This is extremely hilarious. Pardon me. This is super funny. Keep at it, Brie Larson, because guess what? This score is going to go even lower. I know it. I mean, you keep going down this road. I mean, there is going to be a point in time where nobody is going to see this movie. I can guarantee it. You won't have anybody to, you won't have anybody to buy tickets to see this film. So, there you go. Okay, guys, well, I'm going to get off and just wanted to show the score and just kind of talk about, I know I've never actually done a Captain Marvel video, but I decided, hey, give it a shot. And, yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna get off. Sorry, I think my allergies are bugging me today. I have no idea. But anyway, yep. So, I will see you guys later, and you all have a great night / day.